From the far reaches of the Milky Way galaxy, it's Retro Nerd Girl with a film review for you. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Mercenaries, released in 2014, starring Zoe Bell, Kristanna Loken, Vivica A. Fox, and Brigitte Nielsen. Directed by Christopher Douglas Owen Ray. The genre is action-adventure. The rating is unrated. The budget is not available. Then, my rating is a 6.5. The synopsis is: 4 female convicts with military backgrounds have been brought together by the CIA to rescue the president's daughter from a psycho military dictator in an ex-Soviet Union prison camp. Enjoyment. I actually enjoyed this movie. It's the girl version of The Expendables with a little touch of Dirty Dozen here and there. I really liked that idea, and it was actually executed in a way that kind of tickled me the whole time. So yes, I did enjoy this film. The pacing at 1 hour and 20 minutes is actually really good. There's a lot of action in the film, so you keep watching to see what will happen next. The story starts out strong, but really corny, and it knows it's corny. It's not very good, but I think they were looking to make a good story as much as they were looking to make a film with all of the action movie tropes that were popular in the 1980s. They took the idea of The Expendables, released in 2010, gathering as many female action movie stars to be in this film, and spinning it like The Dirty Dozen, released in 1967, having them as convicts in the film. The character of Cassie Clay is actually a female version of Stallone, channeling Rambo, performing some awesome self-surgery, and then channeling Barney Ross from The Expendables, being the leader of the team of mercenaries. Kristanna Loken is playing the part of Dolph Lundgren's character from The Expendables, Gunnar Jensen. The film reprised glimpses of Vivica Fox's super awesome bad girl character in the film Kill Bill, released in 2003, Vernita Green. The film also has some similarities to the role of Carla Fry for Brigitte Nielsen in the film, where she plays a cold-hearted killer and ultra baddie in Beverly Hills Cop 2, released in 1987. The challenge in this film is Ulrika, the evil military maven, who comes out hilariously over the top and very scary and very crazy. She is in your face and loving every moment of it. I really enjoy over-the-top characters like this, and I hope Hollywood doesn't keep glorifying our villains. These characters are big, they're loud, and the surrealness of their presence is actually the entertaining part about this. Raven is also a challenge in this film, being a villain. She is a traitor to the group, and you discover why, because she never really gets to have any fun. Everyone is always telling her what she can't do, and she actually just wants to live dangerously. Empathy. My empathy wasn't so intense for this film. The only character I really felt that I connected with or felt any kind of empathy for was, I suppose, what you would refer to as maybe the main character of the film, which is Cassandra Clay, which often in the film there she's referred to as Clay. And I liked her a lot. She does a lot of fight scenes and really kicks a lot of butt in this film. She's a great action movie protagonist. Technical. This B-movie was put out by the movie studio famous for those Sharknado films, The Asylum. The Asylum can be considered today's new version of trauma films, that low-budget and very unconventional films that were made back in the 80s and 90s. Besides having a hit with the Sharknado series, I do believe one day these guys could really make an amazing film because a lot of the components are there. It's just not quite polished yet, and I believe that their main weak point is the writing and some of the special effects. Otherwise, the camera work was absolutely excellent. I really enjoyed some of the scenes that were filmed. How the camera moved, the style on screen really looked really good. During the action scenes, they do the speed up and slow down 300 camera moves, which is cool, but it makes me laugh because this movie is really trying so hard and they're not quite making it. But it's nice to see that they're really giving it their best. Clay looks like she's a really amazing fighter. And at times you can't really see what she's doing because of the way the action scenes are shot. They were simply too hard to follow. And there were many great shots that were just ruined by bad gun flare effects and things like that. There are so many hilariously wrong moments in the film. Moments when you think that the person fighting or running should be surrounded by people with machine guns and rifles, and they all miss. Or they just stand there waiting to get beat up instead of shooting their guns at the person. It's just sloppy. I don't know if it's sloppy writing or just sloppy choreography, but I'm surprised no one on set or around the production didn't call that out. I get the feeling they could only take one shot of a scene and couldn't redo it. Such as the scene where the president's daughter has a knife to Brigitte Nielsen's neck, and you can clearly see that the knife is a rubber knife, the way it bends. She's really jabbing it into her neck, and so at the end of the scene, you don't even see a mark on Brigitte Nielsen's neck, which I thought that should have been a cool little bit of detail that could have been added to the film. The performances, the acting has its moments of being good and sometimes even juicy, and then also horrible at times. There's no doubt that Brigitte Nielsen and Vivica Fox are having fun in their roles as bad guys, and it's really cool to see them like this. I really enjoyed that, but I think it could have been paced a little bit better, maybe a gradual descent into madness kind of thing. That would have been fun. Zoe Bell, I think, really shines here. I had no idea that she was that good, or even who she was, actually, to be honest. She was excellent playing Cassandra Clay. Unfortunately, not everyone else was that great, and I think that's really boils down to the script, the dialogue, and understanding the characters' motivations, because, why should we care about these guys? Who are they really? And just them being caricatures of characters we had already seen in other films doesn't make it easy to like them just because. Alright, the best part of this film is definitely Brigitte Nielsen as Ulrika. I hope she gets more work like this. She plays a crazy lady very, very well. Her physical stature as well adds to that performance. She is very intimidating, the way she kind of towers over everyone else. At the same time, she's putting a lot of her magical mojo in there. She's just really great as this character, and she's definitely my favorite part of this film. My wish list. I wish they didn't put Kristanna Loken in front center of this film poster. It looks like the movie is going to be about her and her character, but I found another poster floating around the internet, which is more fitting and more accurate, that Zoe Bell would be the focus of the film, and she is. And I think that they did that because they were trying to gain interest for the film, but it's misleading, and something about that is something which I absolutely despise. Just tell us the truth. We're big enough to accept it. I kind of wish that there weren't so many terrible Asian jokes. They were just horrible, and the racial tropes that were in the film that, were not flattering to any racial group at all. And I suppose a lot of films that do this, they're like, hey, yeah, we're making fun of everyone, so we're not being jerks. But I feel like it didn't need it, and it really cheapens the film. Now, in the ending was really predictable, but so are many of these action movies. You know what to expect, and they deliver. In summary, there are so many terrible moments in this film, but it's glorious, and it puts a smile on my face just because it's wildly entertaining. It's a guilty pleasure, and that's so much fun to watch. And guys, that sums up my review. I hope you liked it, and please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting many more reviews, and let's keep this discussion going. Leave your rating for the movie and why in the comments section. And let me know if there are any other movies you'd like me to review. Take care, movie lovers. I'm off to my next review.